Hello, everyone, and welcome to Off the Wall. My name is Sol, and I got Josh here with me. Josh, how you doing?
Oh, doing great. Thanks for having me. It's always a pleasure coming on here. I'm really looking forward to this trailer that we're about to watch here.
We're going to be watching the Continental, which is a John Wick show. I've been excited for this show to come out. I didn't know it was going to be a Peacock show, but when this was first announced that they were doing something like this, I was like, yes, please.
The only thing I want from this show, just like dumb joke, that like you'll get it if you get it, if you don't, you don't. But just have Jordan Peele dressed up from a Key and Peele sketch where they about the Continental breakfast, and he was just like being really weird about it. Like he's playing some weird off the wall character. Like I just wanted to show him like in the background eating breakfast at the Continental, like dressed as that character. And if you get it, you get it. If you don't, you don't. Now that being said, this show is not that tone at all, but it'd just be really cool.
Could be.
It really could be.
It could be. But let's watch this trailer. This is a trailer before the trailer?
Trailer for the trailer.
No, I had no idea the trailer starts now. It's not like I clicked on the trailer. Okay, 1970s New York.
Inside the suit that counts. It's resourcefulness.
This is supposed to be Ian McShane's character?
Well, what are you waiting for?
I haven't finished my drink.
Man's got to finish his drink.
Mm-hmm.
Priorities, this sacred institution wields power beyond your imagination.
A three-part event.
Okay. What he took is very important to a lot of very dangerous people. Find him, because if you don't, I'll bring the weight of this whole institution down on you both. Sharon, show our guests the door.
We made a big mistake coming here.
You're my brother, Frankie. We have to strike first.
Oh, Twin Towers.
All the help I can get.
How are we supposed
It's the 1970s.
Well, I mean, I'm aware, but still. Sometimes they don't show those anymore.
If we're gonna take on the Continental, every freak in that hotel will be after us.
Well, that's lovely.
We need guns. Lots of guns.
Oh, the guns.
Okay, Matrix.
Also September.
This is more than
I approve of the music choice for this trailer.
Can you dig it?
Let's take this house and everything that comes with it. And away we go.
September 22nd. So what did you think of the trailer?
The sound. I mean, obviously, a great soundtrack for that. A great song choice for that. What I'm like noticing, for one thing, Peacock has done some pretty good original content. I just watched the Twisted Metal show, and that show was fun. I was not expecting it to be good at all based on the trailers, but that trailer, it's going to be fun. I'm just wondering, why are they attacking the Continental? Because as we know in the actual movies, that's the place that you do not do any type of business or that or be kicked out. So like this is, I think, how they come up with the set of rules that they have going forward. The Continental was just everyone just happened to be there. It was like a biker bar, like everyone went to the don't go there because that's where all the badass live. And you just love the crazy badasses and you just don't mess with that bar or that establishment or anything like that. Whereas now the Continental, I think this is kind of showing maybe it's that guy is Ian McShane's character and the guy with the glasses, who's the guy that just passed away. I'm sorry, but that his character who's like the concierge of the Continental. in the original John Wick stuff. So I'm thinking this is establishing the rules and how the Continental is ran in the John Wick films, and how they got to that point, rather than they just always have been that way. So I'm excited to see how, if that's the way they're going to go, I'm definitely excited to see it. If it's just like, oh, I'm going to attack the Continental because I'm going to attack the Continental and then a bunch of set pieces, that narratively is just very dull.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if the rule is in place yet, or if it's not in place, and this is how the rule gets set in place. One thing I'm curious about is who the fight choreographer is, because as we know, like the director of the John Wick movies, they started out in fight choreography and stunts in movies before they switched to directing, and like one of the most amazing things about those movies is the fight choreography. And I don't know if it's like just slow-mo for the trailer or if something, but not that the fight choreography is bad or anything, but it felt very like TV and not John Wick, and
Right.
like you have such a high like expectation for the fighting and the fight choreography when it comes to John Wick stories, that I hope that they reach that level with this. That's would be like my one like negative watching the trailer, but it looks cool and I'm definitely gonna watch it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely gonna watch it too, but it's just like you sit there and say, "Oh, they didn't have John Wick." Like, no, John Wick was a very small budget film. It
Yeah.
typically, like, read the synopsis. It was like straight to DVD type of film that you
Mhm.
didn't even know existed, but it just did what it did so well that it created this, and they established universe. It was very well written, and Keanu Reeves is badass anyway. The only thing is the guns, lots of guns thing. That was cheesy. I'm sorry. That was a little
Yes.
cheesy. I was
Yes.
like, really? You're going to say the Matrix line that we wanted Keanu to say in the whole thing? And then, like, Lawrence Fishburne kind of got there with, get this man a gun, that whole thing. But he literally said guns, lots of guns. And I'm like, come on, really?
Yeah. And one thing that we've seen with prequels, and it's dangerous to do prequels, is that it could mess up the lore that you've already set up and the stuff that you've already done. So that's always my one thing about when they do prequels, is like, okay, I hope now knowing that it is a prequel, because originally I thought that the Continental, when it first was like announced, was just gonna be a show about the Continental in present day, and just like the focusing of the ins and outs of the people that stay at the Continental. What is like they could make an episodic show about like the people that check in on what jobs they're doing in New York. That would be really cool, and I think that was like the original idea for the show. So now that it's a prequel, yeah, let's see. Hopefully they don't ruin any established lore that is from the movies. I'm gonna trust them now. But there's some things that I'm like, okay, I'm gonna be cautiously optimistic about this.
Well, you got me scared that someone's going to get killed with like 17 pencils. And I'm like, what's the point?
Well, anyways, let us know what you think of this trailer down in the comments below. Do you love the John Wick movies? Or do you not? Are you one of those weird people? Like, we love you anyways.
Yeah,
But
love you anyways, but come on, really?
yeah, just remember, like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.